Bait and check, folks. We're about to get started. Wait for folks to come on in here. A bit early today. Do some more basing. You know, Paul? Yeah, I'll be here in 30 minutes. Come on in. More progress on my vampire today, too. Well, let's get into this. Plug this in. Just forgot something. Lay down, Coop. Just your bones. Where's your bone? Did you eat it? Get another one. Come on. Spoiled rotten. Get over here, my God. Ripes. I got that plan too. Sorry, everybody, I had that all screwed up there. All right. I'm not sure what's going on here. Do I have any music playing? What's going on? Add something here. Okay. I think that's right. Test, test, test. This seems a bit low too. Ay, ay, ay. Plus YouTube is acting funny. Okay, let's mute that. Let's see if I can fix my mic here. Okay, that should help. Test, test, test. That's much better. All right. Don't know why that messed up on me. Boy, the coffee is hot. That said a little bit. All right, everything looks good. Guess we'll get into this as we wait for folks to arrive. If anybody arrives today. It's beautiful weather today. A little bit windy, but that's nice. It's not a bad thing. Let's get some glue here. And why is you? Oh, there it is. YouTube's better now. Okay, let's go to my Spotify. Put something on here. Haswerk. Okay. Oh, we got quite a bit to do, but I think I could do it all today. And what little bit easier work today. Okay, let's see how that looks. One. Okay. Excellent. Doing this without my optivisor. It's half of them. Let's see, if I bring this over, that will be half of what I got to do today. I think. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Almost. Let's put this back over here. Jeez, we need more glue already. A little extra in there. Try this coffee. Good. All right. Two more of these cannons. Oh. Excellent. You can barely see. Let's put it right there. That's better. So how's everybody doing? What's going on? 2:33 here on the east coast of the United States of America. Weather's pretty nice. Temperature's not showing. I'm waiting for that to pop up. But a relatively beautiful day. It's supposed to rain tonight. All night. Light rain. Not bad. Not bad at all. Had some good progress with my vampire. This little guy. Using speed paints. And this little commission project is nearing completion every day. Closing in now. grit. Green and brown flock. And been skimping on the stones. We're going to go right to the static grass. Looks good. There we go. Shuffle these guys over. Wouldn't mind having a game with these guys. That won't be though. I gotta get them shipped out as soon as I can. Oh, they'll all be done this week. Wow, what is today? Thursday. They should be shipped out next week for sure. They're going to be finished next week. Or this week, since we're so close to the weekend here. My birthday is tomorrow, so I know that because today is ours' birthday. Otherwise, I don't keep track of such things. But his birthday is today, so happy birthday, ours. I think I've told him like 10 times today. Probably getting a little annoyed. So maybe we'll see him today, maybe not, I don't know. There we go. Looking good. Still gotta dry brush all this grass. And that's it, really. Brighten it up so that it looks so harvest goldy in color. Oh. Okay, the cannons are done. Now we're going to go to limbers. Got 6 of those. So here's 3. Then I got 3 more over there. And then finally 3 wagons. Supply wagons. That'll be it. What are you folks working on? What are you guys doing? Anything? Or just lurking and listening in? That's always welcome. All set. Now let's jump into it. Do a little jump in here. A lot of open spaces on these bases, so it's not so difficult. Just plop it on, spread it around. Kind of hide those base edges. Wherever it needs it. looks good. Let's see, maybe we'll pop a few little bigger rocks on there. Got a little notification there. Let's finish this. Let's see. That's pretty good. Ah. Oh, it's so messy. It's the static grass. It sticks to you. I was raised a poor orc child. High, fly by. Boom. Thank you very much. Well, there you go. I believe that's Cal. I believe. Everybody's changing their names these days. I don't know who's who anymore. Cal, the busy man that he is. Doing a little drive-by. Drive-by is welcome. No problemo, Cal. I got you. There we go. Let's put a little more in there. Give it the old swisheroonie. What's that? I'm doing this without my optivisor today. Wow. Maybe I'm not so blind. Maybe. There's a spot right in there. Looks good. All right. Give it a nice dousing of static grass. This stuff is awesome. Okay. That's really good. I'd show you guys, but it doesn't show up too well. I don't even think it's on autofocus. Is that autofocus? Let me see. I don't think so. Or maybe it is, because I don't remember changing it. Probably want to keep it on autofocus. You gonna focus for me? Looks like it's trying. I don't know. Take a quick look. These things bother me. Autofocus. Okay. Cat snoring away over there. Boy, he's loud. It's ridiculous. Well, let's get a little more glue. What do I talk about here? It's a slow day. So I can't just sit here and be quiet. Otherwise, what's the point of streaming? Let's see, any news to report on? Not really. I know GaryCon is well underway. Seeing updates, posts. I know Squirrel is there. Probably having a good old time. No, Luke Gygax is there. I usually got a lot of celebs there. Oops, I need a little more glue in the middle here. It's too... Boy, listen to him snore. Wow. Crazy days. A lot of celebs come into GaryCon, celebrating the founder of our hobby, or at least the hobby of RPGs. Not everyone that watches my streams or channel is a fan of RPGs. So it's a pretty significant day in gaming. Well, and that it's GaryCon. Yeah, that looks good. Looks excellent, in fact. And just like that, they're done. So now, we're at the halfway mark. Not bad. Making good time here. We're just getting started. Let's get the remaining bases. Mm-hmm. 6 bases. That's it. It'd be good to get these done. I've still got more projects to do, but it feels like I've accomplished so much just with this one project. I need a break. This will go quick. Well, I guess we won't sit around. Let's jump right into it and finish him off. Not everybody's a fan of basing, so it oftentimes gets neglected, which is too bad, really. I see a lot of folks do wonderful jobs painting their figures, but then you look at the base and it's like, meh. You guys know how I feel about that. Huh? Gotta do your bases. Just got to. Some people just don't get into it, I guess. I don't know. The laziness. Hi, Paul. Got here properly at last. And I too am painting, starting on the riders now. Good, good. About time to get to those riders. Fun stuff. I get tired rather quickly painting horses. I love horses, but they wear me out. They're the least interesting models to work with to paint. Canon as well, they drive me crazy. I don't know why. They're easy to put together and paint. Canons are really easy to paint. They're just such a drag. Like they're worse than they really are. But they're not. Horses, though, they are kind of a hassle. No matter how you look at it. All these different random, basically, colors of brown. Of course, gray and white. Leave a few black shinies in there. And then there's all the tack and harness on these pulling horses and cavalry horses and generals' horses. Saddles. And in this scale, usually the rider. So I can't do them separate, really. It's all one big brouhaha. Oh, 5 more. I'll show off the progress of my vampire here when I get around to it. An old GW vampire from Warhammer Quest. They had a scenario pack featuring undead with terrain and adventures and all that nonsense. And miniatures included. And this vampire guy was in there, so he's really nice. I like the color scheme I went with. He's got a blackish gray set of trousers, really dark brown boots, and basically a white shirt, a not white, but a linen tunic. And I don't know, it just looks so good. And of course, he's got a red cloak. I like the colors. He's like an Earl Flynn. But I use speed paint on him. Speed paints. And a little bit of the normal acrylics in there too. His flesh is way too dark. But it's a good base to build up from. So I'm going to build up the highlights on his face. Right now he's really tanned. He's like a from the Mediterranean. Yeah, his tunic came out nice. I just used plain silver for his pole axe. I guess it's a pole axe. It looks like one, but it's got like a open mouth where the axe would be. Like some kind of wolf head. Anyway, I'll show him off. Still got some work on him. But I like him. Blah, blah. Usually for me, I enjoyed working on the horses. I think it was what to do with the fact that they are for my boy's army. Yeah, that's a different case right there, right? How old is he, Paul? How old are your kids there? Him and his friends. I'm glad you sparked an interest in him. That must feel pretty good for you. Gives you something to do. Enjoy your hobby. Can't beat family gaming. It's the best. I'm telling you. I play with my nephews. I always have. There's nothing like it, man. It's certainly better than playing with strangers. Can't beat it. I gotta get some more glue here. 14, and he's the youngest. Wow, 14. Wow. My youngest nephew's 9, I think, now. I'm just introducing him to the hobby. Hopefully this year, be playing some of his first games. I'm going to have him in the stream with us here, painting along and doing some bat reps. Him and his dad, who's also my nephew. Who I got into gaming around the same age as I planned for his nephew, about 9 years old. Seems it's all I do is get folks into the hobby. My nephews, anyway. Okay, let's drop some rockage in there. Drop some gravel, grit. One thing I'm really missing is my dried herbs and crushed bark. I've yet to actually look for any or make a new batch or whatever I need to do. I should. I love using that stuff. Dried tea. About time to make a new batch, I think. Looking good. 4 more bases. Another slow chat today. It's a slow one today, Paul. No surprise. It's a beautiful day here. Oh, everybody's itching to get outside. Including myself. I spent all morning outside, actually. Did some work around the yard there. Cleaning up from all the storm damage. Little by little. Oh, this is a wagon. Guess we're jumping into the wagons here too. Still got one more limber. Had good fun last night. Our Wednesday one shot with GM Rachel. I seldom get a chance to be a player in my RPGs, and I so appreciate when I get that opportunity. Oh, it was just such good fun. It really made me appreciate a game like, in this case, Pathfinder. I know it gets a bad rap for being too crunchy and too rulesy, which it is, you know. But there is some enjoyment to be had with rules-heavy games. She has a good pace to her games. So if you're into rules, nothing is more satisfying than looking up a rule, utilizing it, and seeing it work right before your eyes. Something pretty satisfying about that. Some people love it. But you gotta know the rules. If that's how you play, it's how it's gotta be. But anyway, yeah, it was good fun. I enjoyed it. All right. Okay. There's wagon number 1. Pathfinder feels more like a war game than it does a role-playing game. Definitely more tactical. But I gotta hand it to people like Kyle, even myself and Rachel. We do a lot of role-playing, even though we don't seem to get bogged down or anything. And when we do, it's GM Fiat. Okay, one more limber here. And then 2 wagons. Okay. I think we got that. There we go. Ah. All right. Beautiful, beautiful. Ah, 2 more bases. That's it. Progress. I feed on progress. Keeps me going. I like to see progress. A little bit each day. Okay, 2 more wagons. Right. Some stonage. Some flockage. And static grassage. Okay. Fantastic. Oh boy. 1 more base. Yes. One more. My glue is almost gone. Do I have enough? Do I have enough? Come on. So close. Okay, I got one more spot to cover here. Okay, I think we got it. All right. So our adventure played for about 4 hours, and we didn't finish it. We got about halfway through, so there's going to be a part 2 to this one shot. It's going to be a 2-shot, I guess. Went really well. It's fun. A lot of people missed out. It was good fun. And there it is. That is the final base. We'll set them over there and let them dry before I go showing them off. That's it. The flocking is done. Done with this messy stuff. Let me get straightened up here. That was 1 hour and 10 minutes. So about an hour to do all those bases. 16 bases. Big bases, though. They were big. Not bad. Cats are just waking up. Looks like they're getting ready to have a fight. I don't know. Walter, leave her alone. What's the matter with you? Oh, stop it, you big lunkhead. Never saw a cat like you. Let her sleep. I don't think I'll ever run out of this static grass. I've had it for almost 30 years, if not. It's not even half gone. Granted, I don't use static grass a whole lot. I do for all my commissions and probably all my stuff today, but back when I had it, I never really used it much. And I took a break from the hobby, so that probably explains one of the reasons I still have it. So, but I love it. See what size it is. No. All right, let me clean this up around here a little bit. Alright, let's get this tripod set up. I gotta take this off. Do. Okay. That was my big tripod. Get that out of the way. Get back to this little setup. There. Fantastic. So there we go, folks. Now we're back to the painting stage. The final paints. Final paints. Here's my vampire. Okay. Blah, blah. I guess he was a character model in Warhammer Quest, a villain. You remember him, Paul? I like him. Gonna use him for my skirmish games and, well, whatever fantasy games I'm playing. He's part of my undead horde, slowly growing. And I'm not fussing over these models. At this stage in my life, I'm not too fussed. I just want to get them looking really decent and put on the table. Because I'm literally rebuilding my collections from scratch, essentially. Which is kind of fun. You know, I've been there, I've done that. I could be more relaxed with my approach to this. And know what I want. Yeah. And still enjoy the painting process, which I thoroughly do with this guy. I'm really having a blast with him. Trying out speed paints, which I'm not experienced at using. I'm using mostly speed paints, I should say, because I only have like 10 colors. I'm definitely going to get more speed paints, though. To be honest, I slap chopped this guy, okay? He was a slap chopper. But I'm using some acrylic paints in there as well. Yeah, it's coming up pretty good. I'm learning as I do this. So, yeah. I painted a very old metal Citadel vampire model recently as a statue. Gray stone. I didn't realize it was kind of a collector's piece. Yeah. Yeah, this guy'd make a good statue. Huh. I guess he could double as a moving statue. An automaton. Or he could double as a ghost, you know? If he's a statue made out of stone or something. As opposed to bronze. Could be a bronze golem. Oh, that coffee's good. Yeah, it's good to still have those models. I don't have a lot, but I got a lot of classic models sitting around that I never got rid of. Probably because I couldn't sell them. And I didn't give them away, so. Because I was getting rid of everything. I never thought I'd get back into the fantasy stuff. I don't know, my life had changed dramatically at that point, so just different mindset. But I couldn't get away from it, so shortly after moving home, I was like, you know, I got to do this again. And at the time, I still had tons of stuff. But I ended up selling a lot of that anyway because of desperation. Fell on some hard times. I had to sell all my painted collections. But I'm not a... What happened? I'm not a sentimental person, so it doesn't bother me. Nope. Gives me a chance to start over, you know? Do things a different way. Maybe collect different armies. I don't know. It's essentially what I'm doing. I think we all are in that stage. We all have that point in our life where we disappear from the hobby. Because it never leaves us, right? Once that seed is planted, it's always there. But I think we all go through that, various stages in our life. You get married, get a new job, you move, whatever. You know, you just take a break from the hobby. Extended break. I had a couple of days somewhere during the late 90s when I didn't think about fantasy gaming at all. Yeah. Well, there you go. Just one of those things. But it never leaves you. Then when you get back into it, it's like, wow, how could I leave this? This is so great. It's a wonderful hobby. Especially the miniatures side of it all. Miniatures gaming and collecting, it's so many different aspects to it. Huh. You guys are going to like these guys. They turned out really well. One of my favorite armies, my favorite period. Really done well. You're going to enjoy it. Hand-painted flags. Yeah, it's going to look good. When I got back into the hobby 2 days later, I could remember almost everything, like riding a bike. Yeah, right? Took me a while to get back into it. But it's one of those things that never leaves you. You know, you just got to get back up and it all comes like second nature. I think I was in the hobby at least 20 years before I left it. Late 70s, early 80s. So, 90s, 2000s. I got out of the hobby in 2004. 2003. So, what is that, 20 years right there? Yeah, that's 20 years. And I learned so much in that first 20 years about the hobby. Oh, man. Painting especially. That's where I learned how to paint. Back in the 90s, really. And then I got back in the hobby about 2012. And I can't believe it's already been over 10 years. It feels like I just got back to the hobby. But that was over 10 years ago. Was it 13 years? Holy cow. So that's like 40 years of being in the hobby. Actively about 30 years, right? It's about 30 years. Jeez. You know, I'm talking 2 days rather than 2 years, yeah? You took a hiatus for 2 days? Is that what it was? Is that what you're saying? A little 2-day reprieve? Yeah, I'm looking at what you wrote. Yeah, 2 days. I don't know, those 2 days probably felt like years for you. Terrible, terrible. I can't take it no more. I'm gonna take up the bottle, I'm telling you. Gotta have my little painted dolls. It's a beautiful hobby. Huh. What do we got here? 4 viewers. Hooty hoo! Slow day. It's the weather and people are gone to Gary Con. It's alright though. I got Paul here at my side. Right, Paul? We're taking care of business. Yeah, we got 4 people. 3. It dropped to 3. Somebody left. Scared them off. Boom. Gone. It says on the screen. If you look at the screen, you'll see it. It's in the bottom right corner. That's YouTube and Twitch. There's nobody on Twitch, so it's not showing up. The YouTube says 3. See, I got it on the screen there so we could all enjoy. See that? I'm a sneaky feller. I am on Twitch today, right? Where's... Oh, wait a minute. I wasn't showing Twitch. Let's fix this so we could show Twitch. I had it not showing. There we go. Twitch-a-rooney. So I got 1 person on Twitch and 3 on YouTube. How you doing, folks? Paul, you're one of them. So that makes 3 others. Nope, there's Clyde. He's the number 4 man. There he is. Just sitting here telling stories, reminiscing about the old days of gaming. Missed you last night, Clyde. Oh, it was a blast. I'm so surprised how well it went because it was so fun. I had such a good time. And it was only the 3 of us, you know. And I kept thinking, boy, you guys are missing out. She runs such a good game. It's so freaking fun. She had a great pace to it. You know, we weren't rushed. We took our time and enjoyed the game. And it really went really well. We're going to do part 2 next Wednesday. Because we didn't finish. And it's a really good story. Good fun. You're welcome to join us next Wednesday, Clyde. Such a blast. She was ready for you, too. If you came in, she has a cleric, which we desperately needed. We were getting beat up. So we could have used you. But, yeah, we're at the halfway mark. We're about to travel to the dwarf clan hold. We're after some kind of fire forge or something, and yeah, we got some work there to do, and there's this gang of hoodlums that we're dealing with on the way. Great fun. I discovered I have pork allergy yesterday. Pork allergy? A pork allergy? Really? Allergic to pork? Holy smokes. You mean like bacon? Clyde, bacon? Are you telling me you're allergic to bacon? You're kidding me. Oh yeah, this is big small. Oh yeah. Pork allergy that manifested in later life? Yeah, I know, right? So now I'm allergic to pork, garlic, and black pepper. Jeez, what's going on here, man? That's pretty rough. Black pepper, no less. Garlic and pork. Man. What did you do? Break out in hives? What happened? How did you figure that out? Did you get violently sick? That's too bad. No more bacon. Clyde, no more. Gonna have to keep an eye on Clyde, you guys. Gotta make sure he's not breaking the rules here. It's gonna be tough, Clyde. Man, I feel bad for you. Makes me feel how fortunate I really am. I'll be thinking of Clyde as I hook into that big old slab of bacon sizzling away on my plate. Every time I eat bacon now. Gripes. 3 of my favorite things. Yeah. Garlic is good. I like garlic. Not too much. It gets to me. Black pepper. Oh man, I love pepper. Gotta put pepper on everything. I put red pepper on my ice cream. When I eat ice cream. But yeah. Black pepper. Which reminds me I gotta get some. I use those grinders. And I got 3 of them sitting on the shelf in there. They've all had it. But I still go at it trying to get the last few little pieces out of it. I gotta get some pepper. Hives vomiting? No kidding. Holy cow. See, you don't know what's next. You could be sitting there eating a steak. And all of a sudden, here we go again. Boy, what's up with that? That's too bad, man. I'll put out a call to the gods. Beat the drum. Echo the horn off the mountains. See if that helps. Jump over the fire a few times. Got my basing done. My flocking is all done. Finally. So the last step is painting the grass, dry brushing. I'd like to do that in one session. Get it done. That's it. They're finished. Seal them. Done. Take some pictures. Shoot some video. To record the fact that I did these. Probably one of the better projects I've done. Well, they're all freaking awesome. I can't say any of them weren't. There's a few I didn't like for various reasons, but this is one of the better ones, if not the best I've done so far. In 10 mil. I'm allergic to hives and vomiting too. Ka-dun-dunts. Very good, Paul. Very good. I need my sound man. I need my sound man. Gotta do this manually. Celebrate, celebrate. Boop, 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 doo. There's plenty more of that where that came from. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Be here all night. All right. Yada da 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 da. There you go, folks. There you go. Welcome to the Paint Along with Fritz, where we talk everything about the hobby there is to talk about, and then some. And we have a good time doing just that. Got to get myself a cowbell. So how you doing, Clyde? What else is new besides getting a new allergy in life? Anything else? Any positive vibes to send our way? Any good news to report? What's a happening, man? What else is a happening? Changing my coil today in the vape. Very smooth vape today. Tastes good. Vape juice is called Dragon's Blood. It's kind of some type of berry flavor. Dragon's breath. It's not bad. Not bad at all. Coffee was good today, and it's now all gone. Not too sweet. Nice and creamy. Yes, sir, indeed. It was pretty good. Temperatures are pretty spot on today. It's supposed to rain pretty steady tonight. Light rain. Draconic Vampire. Like that vampire, Clyde? Oh, he's nice. I'm using speed paints on him, which I'm new to. So it's a learning process, but it's not all speed paints. Like some of this is actually acrylic paint. But man, it does still, even though I'm learning doing this and using some acrylics here and there. Actually, I don't know what I used acrylic on it. Yep. Oh, I used acrylic paint for the poleaxe head. Silver. See that? I put a little black paint on his hair. I did a little highlight with acrylic white, off-white on his tunic. That's it, really. Everything else is speed paint. So, yeah. And it's just, it goes by so quick. It covers things so quickly. Like that cape literally took seconds to do. Instant shade. So, yeah, I'm a fan of speed paints. For sure. Looks pretty good, doesn't it? I'm not finished with him. I still got to do some things. I got to fix his face. His face is too dark. That won't focus, I don't think. Yeah. Let's get a close-up. Do I want to share a close-up of my horrible, nasty work? Of course I do. Blah, blah. There you go. It's got big teeth. I just picked him out with off-white. So you can see his flesh is too dark. For some reason, it was freaking dark. But what I'll do is I'll just layer that up. That's no problem. His tunic I kind of layered. I used I don't know what I used on that. I kind of slap chopped it, you know, where it was a black undercoat, and then I dry brushed with an off-white. That's my base for painting on. So his shirt was already kind of a white. So what I did is I used some bleached bone speed paint to go in the creases, and then I picked out the highlights with an off-white on top. So that's what I did with his tunic, and I like that tunic a lot. Kind of see it there. Looks all right. I like him. He's got an Earl Flynn look to him. Yeah, I'm gonna pick out his flesh, some spots. Cape isn't too bad. A little splotchy, honestly. That's just red speed paint. But that's okay. I'm happy with that. I don't mind. Learning process. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Like I was telling Paul, I'm not too fussed. I'm basically trying to build up my collections again, so I don't want to just take forever on these things and focus too hard on them. I want to get some stuff on the table and, you know, enjoy the hobby and as a whole. Thanks, Clyde. Yeah. And here's the other figure I did with speed paint. He actually came out really well. So he was my very first go with speed paint. And yeah, he really impressed me. And honestly, this speeds things up at least 3 times. It's quite enjoyable, speed paint. There's a learning curve to it. Do you guys use speed paint? Slap chop or whatever? Do you use speed paints at all? I'm not a huge fan of it because it's kind of like cheating. I don't really even consider it painting, honestly. It has its own style, though. I can't be too hard on it. But it has its use. But I really don't expect much from it. I think that's the difference. And that said, I don't really just paint a figure entirely with speed paint. I wouldn't expect to do that. I'm going to put in some acrylics in there. I'm going to layer up some colors and highlight it anyway. And, you know, it just speeds up the process of certain areas of the model. And the more I use it, the better. But I doubt I'll use it entirely on a figure. Maybe a monster or a beast. But, yeah, it has its use. So, no complaints from me. Let me fix the focus here. So I can't knock it. Paul says, I don't use them. Didn't even know about them until you mentioned them a couple of weeks ago. Yeah, that's right. I remember. Worth looking into. Always be learning. There's always something new coming around. It makes it interesting and fun, this hobby of ours. Just try them out. Get yourself a 10-pack. Try them out. See how you like them. They'll have a use for you somewhere. I don't think it would be a waste. But I do really simple tabletop standard stuff. Okay, looks great to me. Nothing wrong with that. I just want to churn out the armies. Well, then you know what? You should look into speed paints then. You might really appreciate them. Again, speed paint is essentially one coat, gives you shading, a mid-tone, and a highlight in one go. And it's true, it does do that. It takes a little learning curve because, you know, you got to be careful with your brush not to overlap other areas. So you got to know how much to keep on that brush. And your undercoat is very important. I don't recommend slap chop. I recommend your undercoat is a off-white. Your primer, in other words. Nice and smooth and even. And then when you put that speed paint on top, it works miracles. And it improved my painting like 3 times as quick. It's worth looking into. You can get a 10-pack basic paint set, basic colors like I got for like, I don't know, $30 USD. The players and me have big campaign plans. Okay. I mostly use the browns, useful for leathers and furs. Alright, so you found a use for speed paints. There you go. GW makes the same kind of paint. They call it contrast paint. Vallejo makes a line of speed paints as well. I can't think of the name of them, but they make a line of speed paints. Army Painter is the most well-known. That's where the term speed paint comes from. It says right on the bottle, speed paints. Clyde says, when I use speed paint, I use a bone base coat. But everything else, I use standard paints. Yeah, I'd like to use a bone colored or an off-white, a linen color, not a pure white. Some people use pure white. I think Army Painter recommends bone color, doesn't it? Don't they? I'm not sure. I have been priming in brown. Then I paint over, leaving anything leather and wood showing as primer. Then I just wash over the browns to bring out the contrast. There's nothing. That's great, man. That's works good for you. Do it. Gringo. Again, this whole hobby is a very personal hobby. We got our own ways of doing everything. That's the way it's supposed to be. Not sure. I'm bad at listening. I'm bad at listening how to use a new painter tool. I just muck around with it till I find a good way to use it. I think I do that too. Just find my own way. Yeah, I think we all do. I'll watch some videos on stuff just to get the gist of how it's supposed to work. How it's recommended. But then, you know, you get into it and you just immediately start doing your own take on the whole thing anyway. Like when I started doing Sisters of Battle, my concern was, okay, if they're mostly black armor, I mean, like 90% of the figure is black. So, okay, how are we going to work with this? Because I want it highlighted. Do I want to use a blue? Do I want to use gray? What am I going to... Do I use any kind of highlight? Do I edge highlight? What do I do here? So I watched some videos on that, learned some ideas and techniques. But in the end, I'm really just doing my own thing. It took me about 3 years of muddlement to move from enamels to acrylics. Yeah. Slow but steady, Paul. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. That's how it works. Nobody can tell you otherwise. You can't do that. What's wrong with you, Paul? Shame on you. Don't you know there's a better way to do things than that? Terrible. You're outcast from our group. Go away. And then you're shunned. What a terrible world it would be if it was like that, right? Terrible. Fortunately, that's not how the hobby works, right? Some people might see it the other way, but for the most part. My brother bought me a few Sisters of Battle. No idea how to approach those bad girls. Yeah, I hear you. You think about black. What am I going to do there? You can't shade it. Do I use some kind of mid-colored? How do I highlight this? Gray dry brush? What the hell? That's not going to look right. Pardon the French. But yeah, these are the things that cross your mind. And you look how GW paints them. You know, how do they do that? But yeah, I've got it all figured. My own way. Percy Black makes his appearance. Good afternoon, fine gentlemen, of impeccable taste and discernment. As Clyde tips his hat. Shun, shun, outcast forever. Poor Paul. Do we get to wear a scarlet letter for not using speed paints, right? Yeah, you're marked. Got to hang a sign around your neck for the rest of your life. Failure. Right. Just says failure on it. Ah, what a terrible world. Why is that bright? Da 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 da. La da da. Da 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 da. Ra da 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 da. Da 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 da. Beats being put in the stocks. I did a regiment of Arabian elite swordsmen in black by using umpteen blacks, each with a tiny bit of another color mixed in. It's a good idea. Good idea. Good old shunning. A good sound shunning. What did you ask me today, Percy? You sent me a comment on one of my videos about something. When I'm going to do something. When are you going to... Oh, never mind. I know what it was. You actually reminded me. I am working on it, though. An occasional reminding would be a good thing, so I don't forget. Well, crap-a-roni. I base some of my tanks. You do. He's one of those odd ones there that bases their tanks. Shun, shun. 10mm and below is acceptable. Clyde's one of those guys. Anybody that bases their tanks. What's going on here? Who is this guy? It feels like that, doesn't it? Every once in a while, there's that guy, that comes to the tabletop with his based tanks. They got their little diorama-looking setup going with their Shermans and their Tigers. So what is this? You can't base your stuff? What are you, some kind of weirdo? What is this? I like dioramming tiny tank bases. Well, if they're little tiny tanks, if you're talking like micro scale, okay, you kind of gotta base them. They're so tiny. I mean, come on. That I get. Basing 15 millimeter and up shall receive a firm shunning, followed by a robust thrashing. Right? Go get him, Percy. Take care of business. He's going to dish out the thrashings tonight. A couple throttles. I got to stop. Yes, so based. Yes, quite weird. Ay, ay, ay. Is it Friday? No, it's Thursday, isn't it? It's garbage day. It's Thursday, Torsday. You know what that means? It's time to bring on the thunder. We've got to bring on the thunder. Got to keep that going. Where is it? I'm having some strange things on my OBS today. That should have turned on. I don't think it is. So let me remove this and add it all over again. My thunder. La da 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 da. Wonder why it's doing that. Let's see if this works. Thunder. Alright, guys should hear the... oh, there it is. Yeah, that's the picture for the audio. Let's get that off the screen. There we go. Should hear some thunder there. Hopefully it's not too loud. Let's drag that down here under music so I could kind of find it easier later on. There we go. Snarf, snarf. Trash night was last night. The wind was blowing so heavily that I kind of didn't put the trash out. I was afraid the cans would tip over and go flying. So I just waited till morning. Hope that I didn't miss them. Thundercats. I used to love Thundercats. Tigra. Chitara. Chitara. Panthro. Lionel. What a dorky name. Lionel? And Snarf. Sorry, missed what you were talking about there. Hang on, I hear thunder. I'm going to go out and take the washing line off the line. There you go, there you go. There you go, Paul, quick thinking. Get a jump start on it. No dilly-dallying, you don't want wet clothes on the line. Terrible. So what else is going on, you guys? How you doing, Percy? Is everything good on your end? Anything new and exciting to report? What did I just do? Looked like something went off the screen there. What was that? My thunder disappeared. Why is it doing that? My OBS is acting weird. Huh. I'm gonna have to re-add it. Wonder why it's doing that. Okay, let's re-add it all over again. Thunder. Okay, go find it on my hard drive. Where the heck is Thunder? Is this it? Is this it? I don't hear anything. Something's playing. Do you guys hear thunder? Let me look at my properties here. Yeah, why am I not hearing it? Oh, it's music. Okay, let me turn that down. That's not what I was looking for. That's not thunder. Let's, where is it? Alright, I want to delete it. Let me remove that. Why is it not removing? I don't know what's happening here, folks. I'm having weirdness. I just deleted things I shouldn't have. I can advise fellow hobbyists that shine should be considered shine? Considered when looking to order static grasses and tufts. My experience went swimmingly. Very nice prices and timely order shipping. Oh, it's a place. Where's that place? I never even heard of him. Shein? Stas. What are you talking about? What is this? Let me find thunder. I think this is it. Except I'm not hearing anything. Okay, it's a little too loud. Timo alternative. Okay. Okay. There you go. Screw Timo. Tell me if that's too loud. I can't hear it as well. Is it a spell ingredient? Welcome, my friends. Come inside out of the bad weather. Looks like a storm is brewing in the distance, Percy. Come and join me for some tea alongside the fire. Right? Come on in. We'll gather around and tell tales. Our good friend Paul will share some wonderful tales, I'm sure. Right, Paul? Let me turn it down a little bit. And we'll gather ourselves around this nice warm fire. I need a sound effects for a hearth too. I accidentally deleted some background music here. So let me re-add that. I shall warm my hands over your soy candle. Yeah, right? Fragrance la light. What is this? Gardenia? Gardenia scented candle. Gardenia. I like it a lot. Fresh gardenias. I once saved the bishop from being set on fire by clumsily placing a candle. I burned a house down with an unattended candle. So I'm pretty dangerous myself. It's completely an accident, of course. And the house was mine. Some 30 years ago. Back when I was young and naive. And stupid. Now, what do we call this? Teller of tales. Teller of tales. Teller of the tales. Oh, I'm coughing a lot. Excuse me. Alright, did I add it? I think I added it. Let me turn it down. Yeah, I accidentally deleted that. Gotta have our tavern music. Alright, looks good. Brown from the heat. I was an altar boy and noticed that another lad had put a candlestick behind the bishop, whose holy cassock was turning brown. That's pretty mischievous. Brown from the heat, of course. Of course. What else would it be? I was an altar boy for a bishop that scolded us if we lit and snuffed candles wrong. Interesting. That's good thinking, Paul. Good thinking. Good thinking. What's he trying to do? Set him on fire? Or it was just an accident? Boy, that's a vicious thunder. I realize now that I should have leapt to save him, instead of giving the cassock ages more time to burn and burst into flame and fire. Screams rang out in the cathedral as Paul came to the rescue. Diving from on high, grasping tightly the candle in his hands, rolling several times down the steps nearby to the left. Screams did ring out. Ah! Was ist das? Luckily, I still got there before the cassock did catch fire, properly anyway. What a tale that is. There you go, folks. Paul sharing the tales. Only this is a true tale. Wouldn't be a tale, though, would it? We'll call it a story. Over there on Twitch, Rooney, hey, your streams are amazing. I'm a big fan. I'd love to connect and support you further. Well, DM me. There you go. You know how to do it. Good to hear back from our folks over on Twitch. I don't focus enough on Twitch. I really don't. I probably should. But I stream over there. Boy, that's a vicious thunder. Vicious. Turn it down a little bit. Add me on Discord. There you go, little Discord promotion there. He was just a clumsy and careless lad, he was. A wobbly sort of fellow. I was way more holy than him, of course, and moved a lot more carefully as well. Never thought of using the holy water. There might be a burst, an explosion if you use the holy water. It doused the bishop in holy water. The Lord compels you. Down, flame, down. Wow, what an uproar that would cause. Local bishop exorcised. Saved from the flames of eternal hell. Ripes. That's some story indeed. So what other stories do we have to share today, folks? Since I got my basing done, I don't think I'm going to start painting them. I'll probably do that tomorrow. Maybe get it all done in one go. I can't get close with this because I have autofocus off. But it's a nice blur. You can use your imaginations. Look at that. Look at that beautiful blur. Somewhere there's a sweet spot. Where is it? Should be right here. It's still blurry. Oh well. You gotta let that dry anyway. Fun project. Oh, I'll probably take I'll definitely take a few days off. Maybe work on my own stuff. Just a little bit. Take a break. These riders are really easy to paint, says Paul. Nearly all armor, and very few pesky faces. I chose the visored helmet options mostly. Good thinking. Paul's always thinking ahead. See that? He's always thinking ahead. I've noticed that about him. Turn it down a little bit. Okay, that should be good. Let me see here. Do I have the chat open somewhere? Let me look and see. I do. Let me close that. Reopen it. Damn, I'm such a newbie at these things. Who would have thunk? I've always been way too busy for any organized hobby painting. Breaking me off a bit of that Kit Kat bar. But we're getting kind of random today, aren't we? Especially Clyde. He's digging into the Kit Kats again. Watch out, Clyde. You don't want to find you got an allergy to those little wonderful candies. Another tragedy. Allergic to bacon. Oh. Man. Life's over. You might as well join a monastery. Yeah, I've been way too busy, he says. Pork and beans nearly killed me. More ways than one. That's too bad. Terrible. And this is new. This is new late in life type of thing. You'd never had this before? I'm thinking, boy, how does that happen? Not that Clyde is old or anything, but, you know. He's been around the block a few times, I'm sure. Sure, he's had pork and beans in the past. All of a sudden, boom, hey, time for hives and severe vomiting. How did that come about? That's weird. Of course, Clyde is one of those weirdos. He bases his tanks. Let's not forget that. He's one of those guys. So, there you go. There you go. There's a price to pay for those square-based tanks of yours. There'll be no beans and franks for you. Not sure about the beans. Dried peas could be used as weapons against boarding pirates. Yes, you're right. My wife developed coconut allergy in her late 30s. Imagine that. Freaking coconut allergy. I've been cursed for basing my tanks. Yes, you have. You better renege, Clyde. You better go through all your collection and debase. It's time to do some debasing. I don't know. It might be too late. Sounds pretty severe to me. It'll take time to get away from that terrible condition. I wonder what my allergy will be. Right? Yeah, you got me thinking now, too. I'm pretty lucky so far. She paid the price. One Christmas munching on a coconut. Yeah. Bring in the coconuts and machete. I'm hungry. She paid the price one Christmas, munching on some coconut macaroons. Broke out in hives, itching the whole lot. Really. Oh, man, what a travesty. Not the macaroons. Oh. Yeah, it probably didn't take much to figure out what was causing it. Half-eaten box of macaroons. Lay it on the floor. Ah, the culprit. Well, what'd you eat last? An entire box of macaroons. That'll do it. Go for something unique like potatoes. Yeah, my potatoes. I can't eat potatoes anymore. Break out in hives. They have to be specially skinned. They have to be red potatoes. What's the point? Yeah, macaroons. They get you thinking, don't they? Coconut. My nephew has an allergy to peanuts. He's one of those unlucky that has allergies to peanuts. I don't know if he outgrew that, though. He's 9 years old. And oftentimes kids that develop allergies like that get over them as they grow up. So he's been going to the doctor. I don't know what the latest results were. They're always telling me, don't feed him peanut butter. Don't give him peanut candy. His throat will close up. He might die. Cripes, what a life. Ate fish and chips tonight with the potatoes. Ooh, scalloped potatoes. Fish, chips, and scalloped potatoes? Potato scallop. I hope it's not potatoes. Yeah. I don't know what I had for lunch. I had potatoes. I fried them. Fried potatoes. I also had pasta. I also had sausage. Sausage-aroni. Kielbasa, specifically. Nothing much. Nothing special. She tried a piece of coconut cream pie a month later, and the same happened. Oh, that's too bad. I have to avoid it now, as well as palm oil. What, she go to the doctor and they filled her in on that? Palm oil too? The whole thing? Ah, that's too bad. Coconut is good. I don't think I have any allergies. They used to tell me I was allergic to bee stings. I've worked outdoors almost all my life. I've never had allergies from pollen or anything, but nowadays I do have to admit I get the pollen going. I start stuffing up and sneezing. I mean, that's a minor allergy, really. Very minor. That's something I developed late in my life. I know I've got immunity to poison ivy. I got a severe rash of something last year. You guys might remember I think it was poison oak. So I know I'm not immune to that. My whole arm and both my arms were covered in a rash. Nasty. And I rubbed oatmeal on my arms, and it took it away. So, cold oatmeal. Well, I cooked it and then I put it on, but it wasn't hot. Yeah, so that worked. Yeah, I'm starting to think you're right. I've never had any kind of problems with any kind of allergy. Never. The allergy to bee stings was the thing when I was a kid. But I grew out of that. I'm severely allergic to red wasp venom. Boy, that sounds so nasty. Not just bee stings. We're talking red wasp venom. Those venomous bees. Gripes. I'll need those future food capsules. Yeah. Just drink it right down. There you go. Fritz has been taking poisons all his life, so he's immune to assassin's poisons. Yeah, maybe. It could be. Could be, client. Could be. I've been practicing. I was gumming, wasn't I? I was talking about how I got poison oak. There's this young tree right next to the silo, right outside of my house here. And I should cut the tree down, but I didn't. And I was lopping off limbs, not thinking anything of it. And like, my arms were bare when I was doing it, but I had a shirt on, but I was rubbing against the bark. When I had come in, I had this terrible rash on my forearms and a little bit on my stomach. And the only thing I did was mess around with that freaking tree. I was climbing it, actually. So yeah, that's what I deduced, that's what it was from. So I was asking Jesse, is that a freaking poison oak tree? What is that? So I still don't know yet, but I'm probably going to cut the tree down. It's growing right there next to my silo. So that's how I got that. Never had poison oak before. It's not poison ivy because I'm immune to that nonsense, but I guess not poison oak. Boy, that was crazy. It was Kyle that told me about the oatmeal. Kyle and James. I put that on there. It's like instant. Just took it away. In a couple days, all the rash was gone. So I was like, wow, that's great. I'll have to remember that. Fritz writing his opus. Yeah. Is that a riddle? No, that's my arpeggio. It's music. Is this what you're talking about? Da 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 da. That's what that is. That's what arpeggio is. You use that for helping you with improv and stuff like that. I was once stung in the forehead. It was horrible. It was awful. It was a travesty. Head swelled to a point my eyes were on the verge of closing. By the time I made it to the ER, yeah, I bet. See, when I was a kid, a bumblebee stung me in the hand. I think it was my thumb. I don't know. But my thumb had swelled up. It was humongous. It was giant. I was elephantitis deformed. It was terrible. So that's when I found out, oh, poor soul, you've got an allergy to bee stings. I'll have to watch those. But that's when I was a kid. I've been stung by bees numerous times. I'm sure by a bumblebee. And I've never had that. I mean, you swell up with bumblebee anyway, right? But never had that happen again. So that was something I probably grew out of. Never in the forehead, though. I had a wasp fly in my mouth once. Did you know that there was a theory that the world would end in 1666 based on numbers? Makes sense to me. I didn't know that. What was going on in the world in 1666? Boy, what a year that is, actually, if you think about it. Right after the Civil Wars. What was going on in that time? That'd be an interesting year to look into. What was going on? It'd be kind of hard to research the year 666. What was going on there? The so-called Dark Age. 666 AD. Or BC. I think 1666 would be easier to research, though. Oh, I gotta catch up on the chat here. Lopped off your limbs? Lopping limbs. No, I wasn't let's not get crazy here, Clyde. Calm down, Percy. I was talking about the 1666 thing because of the fact that you showed us a strange code on the piece of paper. Ah, okay, I got it. That's a music thing. Is that a riddle? Calm down, you guys. Once felt a bee's fury back on the roof of my mouth when it flew in my mouth. Luckily it didn't sting. Man, what a terrible scare that is. Felt, not felt. 1666 in Roman numbers, which is every Roman number used once, a descending order. That's interesting. Huh. Thus the idea the world would end. No more years after that. Huh. See how people think? People with too much time on their hands thinking. Yeah, I was thinking of that too. Y2K. I don't think anything really happened. People were so scared. And it made sense that something would happen. No, I guess they caught onto it and prevented anything. Or nothing really happened anyway. I don't know. Probably a mix of both, but yeah, that was a thing. I think I hear a lawnmower. God, it can't be time for lawnmowers yet. Do 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 do. Let's see here. Yeah, somebody's trying to get their lawnmower ready. I can hear it. Wonder why my Windows capture doesn't work anymore. Let's see. Hold on. Starfleet battles. Distracted here. Added to that was the whole number of the beast thing and comets. $16.65. Interesting. Well, you're trying to paint at the same time, so relax. It's okay. We got you. You know what you need? One of those voice-to-text things. YouTube should have that option. I don't think it does. Little button you can click so you can just talk, and it puts it into text. Then it wouldn't matter. I don't think my display capture works. I don't know, weird today. Weird. OBS is weird. That's what I use to stream. Let me get rid of this thing. Yeah. I don't know. You're good at it, just judging from your videos. I mean, come on. You talking about that accent of yours? The Yorkshire accent going on there? Think it would throw off the old computer? Well, maybe you're right. I don't know. Carolina colony was established. Maryland prohibited tobacco growing due to the market. Doesn't sound like there was a whole lot going on, actually, in 1666. I could see how people would be kind of concerned. Devilry afoot! Right? It's the devil! You sure they didn't prohibit tobacco growing because of the fire risk of whatever that is there? Maybe the Great Fire of London scared them too. What did he say there? Smoking? Chat Ninja blocked smoking? Risk of smoking? That's right, it doesn't like those terms. It's drug related. How dare you? You druggie, you. How dare you say such foul language? Oh, it gets comical. It's comical, I'm telling you. Found my... Where's my crock pot? Where's my printer thing? Oh, it's in the other room. Oh, that's in the other room. Smoking's okay. Just not... can't write it properly. Yeah, that's okay too. Let me see. Yeah, see, it put asterisks on there. I put smoking. I spelt it exactly the way it is. You guys see it in the YouTube chat, but you won't see it on my screen here because Chat Ninja don't like it. Must be some kind of setting I could turn that off because it's ridiculous. The term crack, I think, is another one. Something like that. We were messing around on the stream trying to figure it out. I think that was one of the words. Which is kind of silly. There's a crack in your window. Oh, no, there isn't. There's asterisks. Stars or whatever that is. Or asterisks, right? Shameful behavior regardless. I wonder what Jeeves would say. I wonder if he even works. Let's get Jeeves in here and see what he would say. Oh, I can't. I got my Spotify playing. Let me mute Spotify. Hold on. I'm going to mute Spotify a little bit. And we'll bring Jeeves in and see how he replies to these asterisks. Let me turn him on. Jeeves, where are you? Somebody type something. Throw some asterisks at me. Let's see how he handles that. What does he say? Star, 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 star. What does he say? I have no idea what Clyde just said. Avoid stepping on the smoking crack. God, somebody type something. Get crazy. See what Jeeves says.
Percy Block says, step on A, break your mama's back.
He didn't say anything. He just paused. Step on A, break your mama's back. Oh, Jeeves. Terrible.
Clyde Dashing says, something. Get crazy.
Okay, Clyde, calm down. That's enough. You know what I meant, Clyde. Let's get star crazy. Once upon a time, I ran through a crack in the wall. Psst, 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 psst.
Big Small World says, Chad Ninja is stupid. Percy Block says, is whack. Big Small World says, daft. Big Small World says, silly. Big Small World says, all my words look okay.
Okay, that's enough of that nonsense.
Big Small World says, should I try some naughtier ones?
Yeah, knock yourself out. Look out, Paul's gonna get naughty. Having fun with Jeeves. Everybody loves Jeeves. He's the life of the party. Sometimes. Sometimes. Gotta get a lady version of him. That's what we need. Everybody's thinking. Whoops. Careful. That's good. Dragon's breath. Not bad.
Big Small World says, my mind is a blank. Oh, hang on. Try this. That is a and.
He didn't even pause. He just said that is a end. We're like little kids here. Let me see what he said. Oh, that was blocked on YouTube too. Nobody knows what you just said there. Yikes. Wow, Paul's getting crazy. Even YouTube is coming down on you. Ay caramba. I better take that down. No holds barred. Alright, enough of Jeeves. Turning Jeeves off. Enough of him. So there you go, folks. Another wonderful day in the paint along. Having a blast, getting things done. I don't want to even think about what's next. outside of what I have to do with this project to finish it. Pretty obvious what's next on these. Just gotta highlight the grass a little bit, bring up the colors, and they are good to go. Come on, autofocus. Da, 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 da. Not bad, not bad, not bad at all. What else can I show here that I just did? Generals, I showed them, I think. Here's a lonely guy all by himself. Nothing exciting. Horses are pretty plain. I usually put a few marks on them in socks, but normally they wouldn't take horses like that. So I didn't bother. Okay, looks like he has no arms. This guy over here. He's armless. Eh, jeez, I can't win. I guess his arms are folded. He's having a bad day. He's not happy. Nobody wants to talk to me. I'm mad. Sorry, folks, getting a little silly here. Getting a little crazy. Just did these. Pulling the wagon. Little hay wagon. Got a guy there in the corner. You see him? Little peasant-like guy. Where is he? Yeah. Pretty nice. We'll let him dry. I just typed asterisk. Oh, okay. That's good thinking. See, always a step ahead. Paul's always a step ahead. Making believe. What is that beeping noise? Is that not? What's the personal project you're working on, Fritz? Other than Flames of War? I got a bunch of projects. My secret project, which I won't mention. My ancients. Not really going to do anything with them just yet. Just my fantasy stuff seems to be a constant. They're always sitting here on my table. So these guys are always something I'm working on. Toying around, especially with speed paints. So there's that. And I don't know, it's pretty much just as far as, a big game I'm excited to play again is Flames of War. So that's a big deal to me. There really isn't anything else at the moment. I've got ideas of what's coming, like some naval stuff. I just have so little time to think about these things. I'm always going from one thing to the next. And when I do have time to think about my hobbies, I'm playing a role-playing game, or I'm reading a board game. I don't have a lot of time to think about, okay, well, miniatures. What am I going to do? What's going on with Flames of War? And am I going to do bolt action thing? Am I going to do some ships? My Williamite Wars era stuff, which I'm collecting models for. All this stuff I'm collecting stuff for. I just haven't sat down and really painted anything. But I will. I'm gonna. Very shortly. Flames of War is a big thing for me. I don't want to get sidetracked. Yeah, I gotta do some thinking. Probably when I get this commission done, I'm gonna sit down and think about this stuff. Because I am getting to the point where I'm going to be able to really focus on my own stuff for a change. Oh, I can't tell you. I can't tell you how good it feels. I mean, just to work on this freaking vampire. It's so fun. It's so enjoyable to me. I haven't felt this way in so long because I'm painting commissions all the time. I actually feel like I'm in the hobby. Too long, man. Too long doing this commission thing. I gotta turn that knob down a little bit after this and just really start focusing and enjoying things again. Not that I don't enjoy painting this stuff, but it's, you know, they're not mine. It's I'm not gonna play games with these. It's a whole different vibe to them. I mean, the painting is great, but I like the game too, you know. Foul-mouthed. Well, I don't know what you said. What was I going to think? I went crazy. I apologize. There he goes. Out of control. Truth comes out now. I have no idea what you were saying there. I'd have to look at it again. Yeah, I could put some words in there. Did you see the Marching Elves photo on Discord? I saw it. Some of the first Citadel plastic minis in that photo. Really? The elves from their 1985 Regiments box. I never had that Regiments box. I remember them. Nice. That's nice. Must be a lot of nostalgia for you going into those models and painting them, working on them, touching them up. That's great, man. All right, Paul, you take care. Twin Peaks. Yeah, it's getting late over there. It's already 5 here. You're doing good, Paul. Well done. There he is, folks. Big Small Worlds. Progress. You see that, Percy? Progress. I'm telling you, you got to get your little setup area there to just start painting while we're chatting here. Come on. Be getting stuff done. The bug will be getting you. Yeah. You too, Clyde. I don't know. Clyde's been doing some thinking about the monastery. Losing out on the bacon was a big life change. Yeah, he's not exactly thinking about painting miniatures right now. Right, Clyde? I feel you. I hear you. It's okay. I'll let it slide this time. Let the brush dry up a little bit. It's okay. We need some time. Time to do some thinking. Some pondering. Maybe peruse some new options in life. All right, Percy. Percy's going back to work. All right. Taking a little time off from work, joining us here in the chat. Appreciate it as always. I assume that's what you're trying to say, Percy, right? This is loud. Got to start an office build for the wife. Well, there you go. That's pretty hardcore. Got to do what you got to do. An office build. That sounds fun. Well, good luck, Percy. I'll probably be back tomorrow. Begin the final process of this painting project. And boy, maybe we'll be done tomorrow. Oh. Then you guys won't see me for a month. Nah, that wouldn't be true. I don't take breaks. I might push pause now and then, but I wouldn't consider it a break. So there you go. Percy Block, everybody. Percy Block. What are we at? 3 hours. Oh, we hit 3 hours. I usually do at least 3 hours. Even if I'm not painting, we'll sit here and we'll linger. And there's our 3 hours. That was good progress. Good progress on my end. I hope you guys too are getting some stuff done. I know Paul is. That's the whole point of it, right? She's gotten a promotion in her career and now work from home. That's nice. No room in current house for her office. Wow. I bet there's a lot to that. Kind of envy you. I like that kind of stuff. Kind of curious what and all you're going to be doing. You doing this all yourself? DIY? No contractors or anything? You're going to do this yourself? That could be quite involving. Oh, wish I was close by. I could help you out. Slow day in the chat today. What is that picture up near my head here? What is that thing? That must be the music. Let's get it off of there. Bloop. Hide it up in the corner off the screen. That's the music playing. The thunder, which I had to add over today for some reason. Thunder. Oh, I don't have the tavern music playing. I didn't even see it on here. Oh man, what is going on? Yeah, there it is. Let's see, can I add it like this? Yeah, there it is. Hopefully that'll stay. Oh, now I got two Teller of Tales. Why is it doing that? Let me get rid of this one. Alright, there. No, it's gone. Holy smokes, what is happening? Oh, I gotta remove it. Probably need to reboot the machine and see what's going on that way. Maybe that'll fix it. I can't do that now. 12 by 16, fully detached office. That's pretty big. Gonna stick the 3D printers in there with her, of course. Probably manage a wargaming table too. Really? That's the way you do it, Percy. That's the way you do it. That's right. That's a big deal there. 16 feet stretch. That's pretty good. You got plenty of space in there. I mean, for an office, that's huge. I don't know what all it entails, what she's doing, but yeah. Well, darling, it's going to be at least 16 feet long. We got to be able to accommodate all that. I'm sure she'd go along with that. Or maybe you decided, oh, you know what we'll do? I'll put that in there, but I got to have some space for myself. You know, I'll put the 3D printers in there. That's all. Maybe some display shelves, bookshelves, and of course a giant game table with removable drawers for terrain. And welcome to my game room, my dear. My candle is shooting a beam of light straight up in the air. It's kind of cool. See it there? It's right there. Kind of neat. You see that? I'm moving it around. La da da. Looks like a beam of light. Which is what it is. She needs enough room for a desk and her work computer. Triple screen. That's pretty big. Yeah, but that's not going to need 16 feet. Yeah, I bet there'll be shelves. So she'll have her little office corner in your game room. That's really what's happening here, right? Yeah. You'll make more use of it than she will. She'll be screaming at you, "Get out of here! I'm trying to do some word processing here. Trying to analyze some data." Here's your 3D printers in the background. Putting toxins in the air. She comes ripping out of there, coughing and gagging. You do it. Just churning them out. Hey, gotta do what you gotta do, Percy. Gotta do what you do. I know what's going on. I know what's happening. And it's good thinking. We know who the ruler of the roost is over there at the Percy house. Yeah. It's a good use of diplomacy. That's what it is. Well, you learn all kinds of things here in the Forge and Brush paint along, don't you? How to get your way with your lady. She needs 3 whole screens. Wall monitors. As big as a giant school chalkboard. There you go, honey. You're all set. 16 feet. Anything. Well, it's working out for you in the end, so that's good. You better get working on that. That's something to be excited about. No wonder you don't want to linger too long in the chat. You got a big, massive game room to plot and put together. That's pretty exciting stuff. Yeah, you have to slide your little computer in there yourself so you can do some online gaming, of course. Join the chats. Have a little painting center. Oh, I'm sure it'll expand. Percy's little corner is going to expand quite rapidly. As he starts wheeling in all his games and books and miniatures and stocking the walls. She'll be wondering, what the hell are you doing? What's going on here? Just start off slow, you know? Start off slow, a model at a time. Before she knows it, she's got models on her desk in front of her, watching her as she does her word processing. Yeah, 16 feet. You can get a few people in there. A little pushing and shoving and squishing. No problem. Oh, don't mind my wife in the other corner there. She's doing some word processing. Just ignore her. Make sure she's got her earplugs in. She won't know what hit her. And that's how you do it, folks. That's how you do it. That's how Percy's dreamed of this moment all his life. Not only does he get the girl in the end, but he He gets his beloved game room. Finally, at last, it's happened. All in the guise of an office space. Oh, that's great. That's how it's done. You wouldn't be the only one to do that. Quite a few folks are onto that little scheme, that little workaround, as we like to refer to it. Shared man cave. Do-do-do. Do-do-do-do. My candle looks like a little chef. Da-da-da-da. Doesn't it? It looks like a little mushroom. Mushroom hat. Draw a little face on there. It's got a big chef's hat on. I don't know where I found this thing, but I'm going to use it. Putting toxins in my air. I'm immune to toxins. Except poison oak. I wouldn't burn poison oak in here. Damn stuff might kill me. Alright, folks, we're going to call it here and let Percy have time to plot his game room. He's got a big project to get started on. That's right. Right, Percy? Big project. He's excited. I'm getting excited, too. This is awesome. Everybody should have a game room. I'm working on mine, too. But anyway, folks, we're going to call it here. Clyde, I feel bad for Clyde. I don't know what to say, man. I don't know what to say. Just been reminded of that terrible situation he is. Wow. Well, you might save some money. You don't have to buy pork anymore. I know, it's heartbreaking. Terrible. You were just talking about, oh boy, I'm having pork and beans tonight for dinner. Oh boy, I'm excited. Oh, it's going to be so good. Next day, it's like, well, I got an allergy to pork. I'm lost for words. It's terrible. What a situation. Next day, boom. So that whole time you were laying there in bed covered in hives. All right, I got to get out of here. I feel bad as it is. Yeah, I'll be back again tomorrow, Clyde, Percy, everybody. You guys have a wonderful evening. It's already heading for 6 o'clock. Gonna have dinner. Gonna eat something. I'll have a big slab of pork. No think of you, Clyde. It's terrible. No more bacon on your pizza. God, what a life. Well, at least we still have minis. Yeah, but you can't eat them. You can't eat them. You could try. You try. You can always try, Clyde. Use your imagination. Get one of those scented candles that smells like bacon. They have them. You can get them. You know, and just close your eyes. Caress those little minis. Bring them up to your lips. You never know. You never know. But anyway, we're going to call it here. And I'll see you guys tomorrow in the next exciting episode of Fritz's Paint Along. That's right. That's right. So you guys take care of yourselves, and I'll see you again. Be well, everyone. You too, Clyde. Life is good. I'll talk to you soon. Remember, folks, hang in there. You know why. It's only going to get better. Talk to you soon.